France once stood as Burkina Faso's key military ally. For years, French troops operated in the region under the guise of fighting terrorism. But despite their presence, violence surged. In 2022, a new face emerged, Captain Ibrahim Traore. Young, fiery, and unapologetic, he rose to power and immediately turned the tide. Within months, French forces were told to leave. Why? The answer lies in decades of mistrust, failed promises, and a desire to reclaim national pride. A broken promise. France claimed to be fighting terrorism in the Sahel through missions like Operation Barkhane. But the facts on the ground told a different story. Burkina Faso remained under siege. Over 40% of the country was overtaken by jihadists. Villages were razed, thousands fled their homes. And despite years of foreign military presence, the violence only worsened. Many began to question France's true intentions. Was it really about helping or maintaining influence? The rise of Traoré. Ibrahim Traoré came to power through a popular coup in September 2022, toppling the transitional government. A captain in the army, he wasn't just another soldier. He represented a growing voice of young Africans tired of dependency. His rise was not just political. It was ideological. Traoré believed that Burkina Faso had to control its own destiny. And that began with removing all forms of neo-colonialism, starting with the French military presence. The people's demand. On the streets of Ouagadougou and beyond, protests erupted. Not against Traoré, but in support of him. Demonstrators waved Russian flags, burned French flags, and demanded sovereignty. The youth especially resonated with his bold stance. Many believed France was part of the problem, not the solution. In their eyes, Traoré was finally doing what previous leaders were too scared to do: say no to the old masters. Economic and media control. Traoré's decision wasn't limited to military affairs. He also moved swiftly to cut off French media like RFI and France 24, accusing them of spreading propaganda and inciting unrest. It was part of a larger push to end French influence in all sectors: economy, media, culture. French mining companies came under scrutiny. Agreements were reviewed. Traoré prioritized local control of natural resources, starting with the nationalization of gold mines and construction of a gold refinery. The shift to self-reliance. Without France, many wondered how Burkina Faso would survive. Traoré's answer? By turning inward. He launched massive recruitment of civilian defense volunteers. Over 50,000 were mobilized. Local training, local intelligence, and local resilience became the new strategy. Traoré also expanded agriculture, invested in rural electrification, and pushed for local manufacturing. His vision: a Burkina Faso that fights its own battles and feeds its own people. A pan-African wave. Traoré wasn't alone. His actions mirrored those of Mali's Assimi Goïta and Guinea's Mamadi Doumbouya. Together, these leaders formed the Alliance of Sahel States, signaling a broader rejection of Western dependency. Across Africa, a new generation saw Traoré as a hero, not for hatred of the West, but for love of Africa. To them, he represented the courage to take back what was always theirs: dignity. By kicking out French troops, Traoré did more than shift military alliances. He sparked a revolution of thought, a reminder that true independence isn't granted, it's seized. And in Burkina Faso, the winds of change are no longer blowing from the west. They are rising from the heart of Africa,